When you're trying to evaluate whether something occurred, you have to look at different pieces of the narrative. The location, where it happened, the witnesses, who were they, what did they say, the details. The details are very...
Let's stop right here. Why are y'all doing all of this? If y'all so sure that this got caught lying and this shit's getting ready to dismiss, why are y'all holding a public press conference trying to litigate this case in public, nigga? This sounds like an opening statement.
Exactly.
This is the lawyer that was sitting there talking, all Busby wants to do is be on TV. What are you doing? Nigga, you up here with a whole PowerPoint presentation. Oh, this should be good. This nigga said the location of the alleged incident does not exist.
Huh?
Nigga, if this is the route y'all get ready to go. She didn't even name a specific place. So so there's no White Houses with a U-shaped driveway anywhere. Got it. This nigga said the location does not exist. How the fuck was she at a party when there's no location?
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Important in time. So we start off with the location. And according to their complaint, after approximately 20 minutes, she arrived at a White House with a U-shaped driveway and a gate. There is no such location in New York, 20 minutes from Radio City. It does.
No, nah, nope. Nah, nigga, this is not, is this really y'all game plan?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
There's no location that exists like this 20 minutes from Radio City. Do we understand how fucking absurd this is? We all know when a nigga say 20 minutes, it could have been anywhere from 15 minutes to half an hour, maybe even 35 minutes. We all know this. This is common fucking knowledge. These niggas like, nigga, we measured exactly 20 minutes from Radio City Hall and there's no location of this such. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
Again, y'all told me that this bitch had inconsistencies and the case is getting dismissed. Why are y'all out here? Why ain't y'all just waiting for the judge to dismiss the case?
Exactly.
Does not exist. There is no such location. We don't know whether they created a location in order to try to get jurisdiction in New York so they could bring this case in New York, or whether they just didn't do their homework. But any New Yorker knows there is no such location. Beyond that, this was supposed
Nigga, are you serious? You're serious with this?
to have taken place at Mr. Combs' after party, according to them. When you look at the homes associated with Mr. Combs during that period of time, and even not during that period of time, none of them matches. He had
Whoa. She never said she went to Diddy's house. She said she went to a house. So I believe that Diddy owns these 4 houses and she may not have ever been to them. That don't mean, because I would think that Diddy would be smart enough not to be raping chicks at his house.
So now you see exactly what I was talking about.
This is what you should come out and say. Jay-Z was not at no after party running no trains with Diddy. Why can't you say that? Why don't you say it's categorically impossible for this person to have been raped because Jay-Z ain't never fucked no girls with Diddy?
This the kidnappers again, man.
Man, stop saying that shit over the phone. Damn.
I can't say shit, can I?
townhouse, he had a house in the Hamptons hours away, and he had homes in New Jersey, but not at that time. None of the homes work, the location doesn't work, because this never happened. And again, when you really bear down on the...
Wait, and time out. Are you Diddy's lawyer or not? Because you can, I don't, just because you said this about Diddy, that don't make it fact. You're not Diddy's lawyer. You're Jay-Z's lawyer. You're not Diddy's lawyer. So you even speaking on Diddy properties, nigga, that's hearsay like a motherfucker. But continue.
location and his whereabouts, you quickly realize
Scott Johnson was
there's
having it?
photographic evidence and witnesses are coming forward that Mr. Carter was at a commercial establishment after the VMAs. He wasn't at a house. Unfortunately for them, they needed to create this house in order to create the narrative. But he wasn't at a White House that did not exist. And this is a photograph of him at a location after the VMAs. So as we can continue.
What? Oh my Lord. So you trying to say because Jay-Z might have did a walkthrough of the do you know what a walkthrough in the club is? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. And I'm talking about in the world of being a celebrity.
Barely.
Let me tell you what a walkthrough is. Celebrities get paid to just do a walk through the club one lap. Some of your favorite stars, because that's how they'll trick you to come to the club. You'll hear on the radio, Jay-Z's going to be at this club tonight. He's going to be at this club tonight. They might have paid Jay-Z $15,000, $20,000 just to walk one lap around the club.
I don't think that my money went the wrong way.
This is a real thing. Jay-Z, you have to show me that he was at that nightclub the whole night. You got to show me that. You can't just show me a picture, say this nigga was at the club. How was he there? He was at the club. He left the club and went there. Nigga, what the fuck you mean?
Not the cap.
So yeah, so sometimes people will pay big ass celebrities a few $1,000s, literally just walk through and do a lap. So I need you to show that he was there the whole night.
Through this, that Jane Doe does not say that the assault happened at a commercial establishment. She can't. That wouldn't make any sense. Yet they stand by it. They double down. They triple down. White House, White House. The White House doesn't exist.
How do we know the White House doesn't exist? Because you said so?
And then we get to the witnesses. And I think at the outset, everybody has to remember that in 24 years, not a single witness has ever come forward saying this happened. Quarter of a century. Think about that.
Wait, time out. That doesn't mean anything. Just because somebody's never come out in 24 years and said you raped somebody, that is not evidence that you don't rape people. Just because one girl came out, you can't be like, well, over this last 24 years, no other girl said I raped them, so how you gonna say it? That's not how that fucking shit works. Man, your lawyer trash, Jay. Why is he doing this? Why are y'all giving us this presentation instead of just saying that you don't be fucking girls with Diddy? I promise if you say that, that'll make me feel different about all this.
She says she's at the party alone, this 13-year-old girl, and she finds herself in the room with the three most famous people at the party. Just think about how unnatural, how little common sense that makes. And according to her, and she finds herself in the room with the three most famous people at the party. Just think about how unnatural, how little common sense that makes.
How do we know it's the three most famous people when we don't know who Celebrity B is? Uh-oh. Your lawyer just snitched, nigga. So your lawyer just snitched, bro. We had no idea that the Celebrity B would be considered in the top three most famous at the party. What are you doing? This nigga's sloppy.
And according to her, one of the witnesses is a female celebrity who's just standing there watching the repetitive rape of a child. That celebrity does nothing, says nothing, reports nothing. And in fact, they won't even identify her. According to them, there's an adult female in the room watching the rape of a child. They refuse to identify her.
Okay. So your argument is if Jay-Z really raped her, she should tell us who watched the rape. But you just said it was the three most famous. So you just said, like, what are you... Nigga, you're bad at this, my nigga. Regina was happening. Ray was happening. Like, hey, my nigga, you real sloppy, bro.
So then we continue. And you look and there's celebrities that she says she's mingling with before. Afterwards, she says she runs out.
What? Wait, time out. This whole thing just fell the fuck apart. It's a wrap. So We went from quoting the motherfucking court documents that were filed to now we're over to a page titled Benji Madden. Go look up the court filing. Benji Madden ain't nowhere near that motherfucking case. In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens, we don't give a fuck what they gotta say. Why the fuck is NBC hitting some niggas that ain't even in the lawsuit? So I have made some mistakes. I may have made a mistake in identifying. Where the fuck did that come from? We ain't heard that shit, and it sure as fuck wasn't in that NBC News interview. Why the fuck is your lawyer out here lying like this if you innocent, Jay?
Exactly.
Look at this fucking clown ass nigga, bro. Hey, he ain't ready for prime time, Jay. We watched this motherfucking interview front and back. Where in that motherfucker did she say, so I have made some mistakes. I may have made a mistake in identifying. As a matter of fact, they only quoted her as saying, I made some mistakes, and we never heard her say it. They claim she said it. You know, the fake bitch.
I have made some mistakes, she said. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me.
Hey, nigga, I just got off the plane, not the boat, nigga. I'm not going for this. I know the most of y'all, the masses, are gonna go for this. That's fine. I just sit back and laugh at you niggas. My soul is intact, so I don't worry about these type of things. I just kind of sit back and laugh at you demons.
Yo, the devil's in full effect.
I can't believe that this is wild.
Out of the house naked. Runs out of the house naked. None of them notice that. None of them pay any notice. For 24 years, none of them has said anything. And so she's just asked in this interview, she's asked, well, I mean, celebrities are recognizable people. Surely you can tell us one celebrity that was there. Just give us one name.
How do you know that was asked? How does Jay-Z's lawyer know exactly what was asked when it wasn't shown? We don't know this, bro. You are so bad at this. This nigga's letting us know that they were in collusion. This is confirmation of direct collusion with NBC News. He said we asked. What is this?
So she's just asked in this interview. She's asked, well, I mean, celebrities are
they said she's asked. Okay, she's asked.
Recognizable people. Surely you can tell us one celebrity that was there. Just give us one name so that we know this happened. And she says, okay, Benji Madden was there.
How do you know they asked her that one fucking question, bro? They never showed that. They never showed that. That has not been shown to anybody. So how the fuck do you know?
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, you know, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper because I have a religious background.
Either you lying or you lying. How the fuck do you know? Bro, I've watched that interview several times. I almost know it by heart. There is no part where they ask her to give a name. As a matter of fact, Benji Madden's name came up out of nowhere. So the lawyer either was there or he had there because he probably set the shit up, or, you know, he's just making this shit up blatantly. And again, I have to ask, Jay, if you innocent, what is all of this?
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Why can't you come out and say something?
And she wants to conjure up religion and say, I'm religious. I remember his tattoo. She looks and remembers so vividly the tattoo and the conversation.
We don't know who that bitch was, bro. And I definitely know the shit was fake. Now that you know all of the verbatim questions that came from NBC News, how the fuck do you know?
With Mr. Madden. Well, Mr. Madden wasn't there. He already said he wasn't there. His tour schedule said he wasn't there. And he wasn't there because this never happened. None of this ever happened. And you keep going and you ask yourself, well, who is this?
This is bad.
Complaining witness. She does not come forward with her real name. She proceeds under Jane Doe. There's no report to the police. According to her, she never tells anybody for 24 years. Not one person, not alone in the car for 5.
Where does she say that at? This is what, if you ever wanted to know what a straw man argument is, this is it. He just keeps creating shit to argue against that nobody has said at all. And he's making sure to throw up his hand signals that they be throwing up. Well, I know y'all gonna tell me those are not really hand signals that they throw up. That's just coincidental. I got you, my nigga.
Hours at home, on her way home. Not one person, not a diary, not a family member, not a friend. Most people, when this happens, there's a need to tell somebody.
So you're telling me that every rape that has happened to a woman, none of them kept it to themselves?
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
No woman has kept. Are you hearing yourself? This is the road y'all going down. You mansplaining how women report rape. Hey, this is a wild strategy, bro. It's the mansplaining rape for me. Hey, most of the time, bitches, they're gonna definitely report the shit, tell their mom or somebody. Bitches just don't hold on to shit like that.
The biggest thing that victims experience, especially when you talk about sexual battery or sexual assault, is that they always think that they're the only ones. They think that it's only happened to me, and it's shameful.
As he said, many feel alone and ashamed. Dr. David Thomas, a former police officer and criminal justice professor at FGCU, says those are two main factors here. But another, he says, has to do with how police handled these experiences in the past.
In the old days, officers would say things like, well, why are you out at 2 o'clock in the morning? This would have never happened to you. Or you should have expected that the way you're dressed. So that history has not been the best. People are aware, and people are also afraid of not wanting to deal with police because they don't know what the response is going to be.
Listen to this. The nonprofit RAIN says only 23 out of 100 sex crimes are reported.
Hey, man, this is a wild strategy, kid.
We call these prompt outcry witnesses. In most complaints like this, people tell somebody. She says nobody for 24, 25 years. And then we get to the details. And I want to...
No, the fact that this nigga won't tell y'all that he's picking and choosing. He's taking this NBC shit, because the NBC, this is proof that the NBC News shit did not work. This is proof. This is proof all you do, this shit it didn't move the needle. You bringing up this motherfucking 10-hour round trip, nigga, like, that's not in the court case. This is something that bitch made up.
Make sure this is clear. When people make up an account, whether intentionally or their mind is playing tricks on them, they can always get that core part of the story right. They can just keep repeating it over and over and over again. This is what happened, that core part. But they're always going to mess up the details.
You don't even know who the bitch is, and you've never talked to her. You don't know her name, nothing. So, again, if I'm going to believe you when you say that we don't know her name and Jane Doe and all this shit, then I have to assume you're making all of this shit up.
Exactly.
Like, what is this? Y'all are afraid. Jay-Z, are you getting ready to lose some shit? Did the white zaddies call? Did them white zaddies hit that phone, nigga, and tell you better straighten this shit out before we take some of that shit? This reeks of white zaddy. White zaddy is stressed, nigga. You getting ready to fuck up the Super Bowl, nigga. We already was we telling Drake, we telling Kendrick, do not call Drake a pedophile. Now you gonna just fuck around and be one. Ain't this some shit, Jay? Allegedly.
When something isn't real, when something doesn't happen, you're going to get the details wrong because you weren't really there. And so she starts with her story about her friend that dropped her off. Okay? This drive of over 5 hours, the friend would have had to have gone 10 plus hours to drop her off because she's got to get there. If this is real, she's got to get there. But guess what? this friend of hers.
Well, not necessarily. See, this is where you lie. Bro, I hate lawyers because this is why niggas be that, bro. Niggas laugh at me. They look at me and think, yeah, this nigga don't know shit. You right, I don't. But here's what I do know. Nigga, you can't make the assumption that her friend drove back to Rochester. What if she left Rochester with a friend that was already leaving Rochester going to New York? Again, you said this person doesn't exist, but you know that they drove back to Rochester after the fact. How do you know they didn't just drive from Rochester to New York and gave her a ride that way? It's because you're a fucking liar and you're just making shit up.
She doesn't get out of the car, right? Think about that. She's just leaving a 13-year-old girl alone in Midtown. She doesn't want to get out of the car. She came all that way. There can't be a witness there. She can't have a witness there because this never happened. So as you keep going, you ask yourself, but how did she end up in the car in the first place? And so she creates this story. She says, I snuck out the window, right? But now we know she came from...
Where did she say this? How does he know all of these fucking quotes that don't nobody else know? Like, this thing is just, bro, he's freestyling, nigga. Like, did Jay got you done seen Jay rap in the booth and ain't never write this shit down. You thought you could do it. All right, nigga. I'm telling you, yeah, that's me. I don't write none of this shit down, nigga, but it's harder than it look, nigga. It really is.
Rochester. So she would have been sneaking out of the window at 3 p.m. in the middle of broad daylight. Never heard of such a thing. Defies common sense. Doesn't make any sense.
Where did she... Again, they said this came from... Nigga, where did she say this? Where is this coming from? What, you gotta tell me where she's saying this, bro. Jane Doe bizarrely alleges that she snuck out a window in broad daylight to avoid her parents. Nigga, like, you're just making shit up.
Because
they don't know where the fuck she stayed, nothing. They just talking like they know exactly where this bitch live and everything, nigga.
Never happened. And so she tells this story because she's got to create a way that she gets out of the house.
Who did she tell to?
And ends up in New York City. And as we keep going here, the friend that implausibly leaves her there, there's then some pressure on that part of the story because it doesn't make any sense. And so the lawyer is asked, well, just produce the friend. And so he has to find somebody that can make this work. And of course, as soon as he's pressed, they find somebody who they say is no longer alive. They can't corroborate it and there's nobody to talk to.
First of all, let me inform this nigga of something. I don't know if y'all are gonna be shocked by hearing this or not, so brace yourself. You do understand there are some fucked up 13 and 14-year-olds out here with some trifling ass parents. Wait, y'all didn't know the 13-year-olds that was off the hook, parents were never fucking home and did whatever the fuck. This was just me and everybody else I know. This whole thing where you just want me to assume that no 13-year-old who could look like she's 16 or 17, like you, this shit's not working like you want it to work on me because I actually know what you're trying to do. Why don't you just say, I could make this so much easier than this long ass PowerPoint. Jay-Z ain't never fucked no young girls in no room with Diddy. Just say that. This ain't necessary.
Okay, and if we can keep going. Next slide. So she then gets there, right? And she has this vivid tale of watching it on a Jumbotron. It's in her complaint. Clear as day. There was no Jumbotron that year. Okay? I don't know whether they were Googling images and found the wrong year. I don't know whether she's just making it up out of whole cloth.
Uh-oh. Hey, shout out to all the people that's been screaming that Tisa said 2003. Tisa said 2003. Hey, that's a vouch right there. Cause now I'm willing to go out on the limb and say, if you Google it, it is a jumbotron at the 2000. Oh,
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
all I need you to say was that Diddy ain't never been in no room with Jay fucking no young looking girls. That's all I want to hear.
Well, there is no jumbotron. In fact, they didn't even get a permit, according to the police and the city, for the jumbotron that year. So that didn't happen. None of the details are right because this never happened. If we can keep going. And then she says, I'm knocking on the doors and the windows of limousines and VIPs. Of course, that doesn't work either. If you look at the video, photographs, that
I never heard her say she knocked on any window at all. Never. You just made that up. Where did you hear her say she knocked on a window?
The woman says she spoke to Combs's limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
the whole area was blocked off. We've spoken to numerous people there that were in security.
So wait a minute, we gonna listen to you. We gonna believe you when you say you spoke to some people and they remember 24 years ago, but not this bitch. You are the worst lawyer ever, nigga. You can't have it both ways. Either we ain't believing people from 24. This nigga's like, can't no girl remember a rape for 24 years ago, but these niggas can remember exactly how the limousine shit was set up 24 years ago though. Bro, this nigga's trash, nigga. How much are you paying this nigga, bro? Because he's not ready for this.
No one could have gotten anywhere near those cars because this never happened. She gets that fact wrong. And you know, the whole story about, of all people, she knocks on Puff's window.
She never said she did that.
Just think about
she
that.
never said she knocked on Puff's window. Why you keep bringing up Diddy? We talking about Jay. I've heard you mention Diddy's name more than Jay, and you Jay's lawyer. I see y'all scam, bro. I see what, hey, Diddy, you going out like this? You gonna let Jay do you like you some suck ass nigga like Dame Dash? You gonna let Diddy do you like you Dame, nigga? Or Jay do you like you Dame? Huh, Diddy? You gonna let Jay-Z play you like you Dame Dash, bruh? Oh no, what does the world come to? Hey Jay, all I gotta say is don't let them niggas pick you up and take you around there where Diddy at. I promise he run that motherfucker. I know you think when you get in there it's gonna be big holler. No, it ain't, nigga. You gonna be hollering.
Think about how illogical that is. Keep going. Again, this is Eminem performing in the streets. No Jumbotron. All the cars barricaded. Her facts don't check out.
Y'all got the most low quality motherfucking shit ever.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
Because this never happened. We keep going. So what ends up happening then, and this is important.
Yeah, we can't see it though, nigga. So I'm glad. Thanks for letting us know it's important before letting us not be able to see it.
Is her original account in the original complaint says that at 9:30 or 10, she's told to wait there to get a ride to the after party. Okay? That also doesn't work because there's photographs now of Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter at commercial establishments in New York after the VMAs. So this narrative of at 10 o'clock she ends up at this party can't work. They got
You know everything except whether or not Diddy and Jay been fucking hoes together. You know everything but.
got caught. So they change it in the amended complaint that there's this multiple drop off and pickup that lands them at this White House that doesn't exist.
And then it just stops at this White House that doesn't exist.
So, as we continue, this is again her account of trying to change the story into this multiple drop.
And just so you know, the shit froze. Yeah, nigga, like the quality is terrible. I can't read none of that shit. These niggas are so stupid.
Period to get them at the house to deal with the fact that there's photographic evidence that that's not where the after party was in the first place. And so as this account continues, you have to look at the timeline. You have to look at the timeline. So there's an old expression that time doesn't lie. Everything else that I'm talking about, these glaring inconsistencies, these are not minor inconsistencies. These are not minor problems with this story. This is utter falsehoods. Time never lies. And so if you look at the time, no matter
how and when Doe allegedly arrived at the VMAs, how and when Doe and Mr. Carter allegedly arrived at the white residence, and how and when Doe allegedly returned home to Rochester. Wait, she never said how Jay-Z got there. So how could that even be part of it? Man, your lawyer sucks.
No matter what, this couldn't have happened. It's not even possible that this happened. And this is so important. So again, now that we know that it's a 5-hour drive in each direction, how she gets to the VMAs, okay, we're going to talk in some detail about this White House and whether or not they could have gotten there. And then again,
how when you said it don't exist?
Doe returns home to Rochester, okay? And this is very important. Because she returns home, she has to leave
the case does not say she returned home to Rochester. You niggas made up Rochester. Just for the record, that's not in the court case. They made that up. We still don't know who the alleged victim is.
Exactly.
Tony Busby didn't come out today and say, we not representing her no more. None of that happened. Y'all pressed. I see it. I love it. Tastes good.
New York area by 1:30 in the morning at the latest, okay? If you look at any of these White Houses and you look at the closest gas stations that could be to any of these White Houses, you have to
wait. How did y'all? So the White House doesn't exist, but if it did, we measured and saw that there's no gas stations near. What the fuck is this nigga on? You just told me, nigga, that the White House don't exist. So you're not getting ready to tell me that there were no gas stations around said White House that you said don't exist. This nigga's crazy, bro. This nigga's the worst fucking lawyer. I can't even believe this shit. How did you figure out there were no gas stations around a house that don't exist?
the New York area by 1:30 in the morning at the latest, okay? If you look at any of these White Houses and you look
why would we look at a White House that don't exist?
Look at the closest gas stations that could be to any of these White Houses. You have to leave this White House party by 12:45 in order to get to the gas station at 1:30 to call your father to pick you up to get home to Rochester at 6:30. So remember, she only has...
How do you know what time the gas station closed? So now she had to leave at a certain time or the gas station would have been closed. Hey, Jay, you did something, bro. Hey, who is this chick, Jay? You know who she is, too. Y'all know who she is, too, bro. Stop this, man. This is outrageous. The White House doesn't exist, but we know that the closest gas station near one of these White Houses, she had to leave by 12:45 because it closed at 1. Nigga, what?
White House party by 12:45 in order to get to the gas station at 1:30 to call your father to pick you up to get home to Rochester at 6:30. So remember, she only has till 12:45.
So wait, it only takes 4 hours to get to Rochester? I thought y'all said it takes 5. Because you just said they leave at 2:30 to get there by 6:30. Nigga, you all over the place.
For everything that she says to have happened. The VMAs end at after 11. So you're talking about a window of a little more than an hour that this could possibly have happened even by their own account. And she says during that little bit more than an hour, not only does she get to the house, not only is she inside mingling with celebrities, she has a drink, she's then sexually assaulted in front of an adult female multiple times. She gets out of that, she fights through it, she leaves the house naked, she gets all the way to the gas station. She had 37 minutes.
Wait.
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
This nigga said, so based off her account, nigga, she wasn't there no longer than 37 minutes. Nigga, you literally just made that up, nigga. You literally, nigga, when I tell you literally made that shit up, bro, you just made all of that up.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Possibly do this.
This nigga said he knows, based on her account, that she couldn't have been there no longer than 37 minutes, bro.
Okay, even under their account.
Hey, the first one of y'all niggas get my comments talking about, nigga, she was only there for 37 minutes. Oh, I'm lowering the hammer, bro. You go prepare to get motherfucking embarrassed in the comments, nigga. I normally stay out of the comments. First one of you fuck niggas come over here talking about some 37 minutes, nigga. We know she wasn't at no. We know there's no White Houses within a 20-minute drive. But if she was at a White House, the closest gas station she had to get there. But nigga, stop, bro.
Okay, and of course, the biggest problem, perhaps of all, is there's photographs putting Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter at different places, not in a White House during that 37 minutes. So when I tell you that it's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true, it's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
But you have shown us no evidence with it being so easily proven.
So
this nigga really drew out 37 minutes. At 12:11 a.m., earliest Mr. Carter, Doe, and Combs could have conceivably been together at the White residence. So why would this? You need to fire your lawyer if your lawyer is trying to convince everybody that a place don't exist and then put you in said place that doesn't exist. Jay, he just put you in this house with Diddy.
We talked about this 37 minutes. The earliest, even if we didn't have that establishments. Remember,
bro, y'all with this motherfucker cheap ass Forbes. How this is embarrassing for Forbes. Y'all supposed to be rich niggas with poor people internet.
Remember, this is innocence on top of innocence. Even if we didn't have that, according to her, the earliest they could have gotten to the house is 12:11. And the reason for that is if the VMAs end and the drive is 20 minutes, the driver has to go there, drop them off, come back, pick her up, bring her back. She can't get there. And again, this is lickety split. This is as fast as is possible, okay?
Why would you make it as fast as possible when we know it wasn't?
This is no traffic leaving Radio City in Midtown during an awards.
So he just let you know that all of his calculations don't include, basic shit like the normal drive.
12:11. She has to leave that White residence by 12:48 in order for her father to pick her up at the gas station. 37 minutes. That's the entire window of opportunity here. So here again is the timeline. Shows the 11:11 VMAs end, the drop off, the pickup, and the drop off. Next slide. And again, here we are. You see the 37 minutes. This is the 42 minutes it takes to walk. This is the closest gas station. And this is, remember this is a 13.
How do you know it's the closest gas? This nigga, he's admitting that there was a White House. He's told us there's no White House, but he's also telling us the closest gas station is a 42-minute walk away.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
18-year-old girl walking who has issues, who is maybe drugged according to her, who's just been viciously raped multiple times, who was holding her own clothing trying to get to a gas station that she had never been before. Okay? No map, no cell phone, no nothing.
She didn't say she was looking. She didn't say she went directly to the gas station, nigga. She said she was walking around and stumbled upon a gas station. It was give or take a word. She didn't say that she left there to go directly to this gas station. She said she called herself trying to follow what she thought was the way that they came in is how she tried to leave out and stumbled upon a gas station. You're a fucking liar, bro. And you're a bad one.
Straight line, it's 42 minutes. Okay?
Katia, what's happening?
The story doesn't work. It doesn't check
J-Rock,
out.
what up, bro?
Okay, this never
Whitney?
happened. Next slide. These are all the things that they claim happened in that 37 minutes. Okay? And again, 37 is giving them...
You don't... How do you know it was 30? Again, this nigga knows exactly the traffic patterns and everything from 24 years ago. He know how far a gas station should have been and every motherfucking thing. And he's also narrowed it down to 30. This is y'all defense is Jay-Z couldn't have raped her in 37 minutes. This is the defense. Wow.
And every benefit of the doubt is how long this went.
Wild.
Every benefit of the doubt. But here's an even bigger problem. There are photographs of Mr. Carter and Mr. Combs at commercial establishments during the 37 minutes.
So this is why you're not saying that they wasn't in the room together fucking bitches, because that's why you're trying to fit it into this timeline window, because you got a picture of them somewhere in between just for them 37 minutes. I guarantee you, after this 37-minute window he's trying to sell us on, he can't prove anything about where Jay and them were. Not that would help the case.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
They're not there. Even
Rollo, what's happening?
You try to come up with the fastest possible timeline. I'm talking about no traffic, nobody getting in your way at the door, right to the bar kind of timeline. It still doesn't work because they had to leave Radio City. They had to go to the commercial establishments. Mr. Combs is photographed at 2 different commercial establishments with Jennifer Lopez, 2 establishments. They had to go to both of those establishments and get back to the White House. Get back to the White House before she has to leave at 12:30.
Why do you keep saying she had to leave at 12:50, bro? What are you... This is bad.
None of this can work. And in fact, and I think this is very important, you will notice in the photographs that Miss Lopez changes clothing between the 2 events that they go to in New York City. You can see...
Oh, no. Y'all see who that is? Y'all see who this is?
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
Jay is now throwing J-Lo under the bus. Jay-Z is, as far as I'm concerned, just confirmed that J-Lo was there. This nigga also said in this motherfucking press conference that it was the 3 most popular celebrities there. We didn't know that Celebrity B could be considered a top tier like them. Now now his lawyer sitting here showing pictures of Jennifer fucking Lopez, bro. Oh my God. Jay, what did you do? Were you the main aggressor? Was it a situation where, oh man, oh Jay, were you the main one? Are you the real dog in these fights? Jennifer ain't said shit. Now you got her mentioning it. He's used Pac, Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, Cassie, now Jennifer Lopez. All while not just saying, I ain't fuck nobody with Puffy that night.
One photograph, she's wearing one outfit.
And thank you. It definitely puts J-Lo in a bad spot because she's a female celebrity, big time celebrity. So even if Celebrity B ain't her, I think what happened is Jennifer paid. I think Jennifer paid. I think Jennifer settled. And that's why he's snitching. Because J-Lo probably hit them niggas, was like, hey, nigga, Can't do it.
Another. So she had to be able to, in this 40-minute window, get to multiple events. They're seen drinking, socializing. She has to change outfits, change her hair, all within 40 minutes to get to that White House in time.
But look what J-Lo had on after changing, though. All white.
And you're saying to yourself, so that's not possible. You're right, it's not possible.
Right. If your timeline is correct, which it ain't, you're a fucking liar.
It's because this never happened. And then we get to the end.
Jane Doe's father told NBC News, nigga, we don't know who the fuck that was. We don't even know if they actually talked to a man. They just put up a shadowy figure of what looked like a white man and put up a quote next to it. We never heard that nigga's voice or nothing. We don't know that nigga exists. You're the worst lawyer ever. Where's the evidence that Jay wasn't at no fucking White House fucking nobody with Diddy?
She kept running until she reached a gas station. A female clerk noticed her, allowed her to use the phone. Plaintiff called her father, admitted that she had lied about her whereabouts.
None of this would be admissible in court, just so you know. If they were in court and they try to bring up this shit, her lawyer would get that shit thrown the fuck out so fucking fast on the most blatant hearsay violation ever.
And this is a very small thing, very small. But remember, when you leave house and you're 13, you have to have a story. You either have to sneak out and not have a lie, or you tell your parents a lie. Sort of two options, right? Earlier, she says, well, I didn't tell my parents a lie. I just snuck out the window, right? Here, she says, well...
Right, but here ain't her. This nigga's like, but here, nigga, that NBC News is not a fact. So that was the whole play, was get NBC News to do this shit, and then you was just gonna reference that report? Because it ain't like there's nothing that can ruin NBC's credibility. They've been caught lying so many times that people are still right now defending these niggas. NBC wouldn't lie. Why would NBC lie? They're liars. That's why.
I lied. See? Do you know what that means? That means she's lying even within her own story. They can't both be true. And I said earlier that no witnesses have come forward in basically a quarter of a century, except for one. Now there's one. Her own father. The person who knows her best. And he came forward too. And he said...
Does he really, if he let her sneak out?
You know what? This never happened.
That's not what that person said. That person said, I feel like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind. That's not even what you said.
This never happened. And his attention was drawn to it. I feel like I would remember that. And they said, but you've got a lot going on. Maybe you forgot this. You've got a lot going on. They told him, listen, you've got a lot going on. Try to see if they pressed him, if he stuck to his story. He said, yeah, I have a lot going on, but that's something that would definitely stick in my mind. Of course it would stick in your mind. You drove 10 hours to pick up your 13-year-old daughter in New York City. It's not something you would forget. It's not something that he did forget, because this never happened. And of course, just like the friend...
But that's not something that you would be like, I don't know. I mean, I could have. I think I'd have remembered that. That's not what you would say in that situation.
And that couldn't be there at the beginning. You can't have a witness to something that never happened. When asked, well, what did you say to your father in the car? What did you talk about? Nothing. She says not a word was spoken. There can't be a conversation because this never happened. And so you got to ask yourself what's going on here.
This is what I keep asking. Finally, we've reached a point where we can agree. What is happening here?
Right? And you all saw that videotape of her being interviewed in the shadowy room. She's holding a teddy bear. She's talking.
It was a bunny, nigga. You just all over the place. You look, nigga. I know you were there now. Like, nigga, you was there. Like, what are you talking about? How do we know that was her? Cause you say so? We talking about billions of dollars on the line. It was bro, Jay, the NFL having to sit this nigga down over this shit would be devastating. Versace got deals, all of this shit, bro. There's so much, there's literally millions upon millions of dollars wrapped up in this. They have to try to make this nigga innocent.
Talking about her issues, her head trauma. She's been through a lot in her life, you can tell. And so, who took advantage of this? Why are we here? Why is this story getting created? And I'll tell you who took advantage of this. This lawyer took advantage of this. That's what's going on here.
Nah, nigga. Nah. Wait. So now we've reached the fuck Busby point of the press conference. Here we go, nigga. Oh my goodness. This nigga's trash.
And you can see here, now that this is starting to unravel and the truth is coming out, he's starting to walk away from it. He's saying...
Notice that nowhere on this does this say that's a statement to NBC News.
Exactly.
This lawyer is up here blatantly misrepresenting what's going on purpose. Wow. Jay, you're guilty, nigga. You're guilty. You're guilty out of what exactly? What happened that night? I don't know, but you do. Cause look at this shit, nigga. This is wild.
Oh, sorry. This case was referred to our firm by another firm, so I didn't really check it out, is basically what he's saying. Right?
He told NBC News in an email. When did he send that email?
He brings an accusation like this, attacks a man with the integrity of Mr. Carter, and all he has to say for himself now is, well, I didn't really check on this. I got a referral, trying to make a little bit of
It's not what he said.
Money, so we just went live with it. Next. Here is again.
That's why you skip past that real quick. You didn't want to really stay on that one. Now we're back to this bullshit timeline that you've made up. Go ahead.
The timeline that he went live with. In the face of this irrefutable,
hit the like button.
Time doesn't lie evidence, he went live with it. And again, it doesn't work. This 37
Hey, Whitney, you know what? What's up, Carrie? You know what? You might be right where this could be the play. This could be them purposely trying to get a judge to put a gag order on this shit.
It does not work. It does not work because there's photographs. There's photographs. You can find them on the internet of them. They're changing clothes.
Who is they? That's pictures of fucking Diddy and J-Lo. This is some foul shit. Dude, are you paying attention to this foul shit? He's not showing pictures of Jay. He's showing pictures of Puffy and fucking J-Lo. Celebrity B is J-Lo. You understand this now, right? You understand this. You do understand this now, right? Celebrity B is Jennifer Lopez. You get it, right?
She's changed clothes. Do you know how long that takes for her to go to 2 events, change clothes?
Not very long at all when that's what they do. Celebrity wardrobe changes are fast. See, you're talking like she's just some regular chick. This is what she do. Remember, these girls know how to change full-on outfits in the middle of performances in less than 30 seconds. The fuck are you talking about? Fuck are you talking about, bro? Who you think you talking to?
Get inside, have drinks, they're socializing, they're not popping into...
Happy, if she paid the real victim. She paid the real victim.
These events. To then get back out into the suburbs somewhere at a house that doesn't exist, it's...
Right. House in the suburb somewhere that doesn't exist. Nigga.
Not possible. Actually not possible. He is for sure innocent of this accusation. Next slide. But you know, this lawyer, he doesn't care about things like this. The only other person he's brought a complaint against for just mere association, merely being at a Sean Combs party, he's already been wrong about that one too. He had to change that one. If you look at the next slide, he got the year wrong.
Next slide.
He said there was a party in the Hamptons. Mr. Combs was in Saint-Tropez at the time. Didn't check out.
Wait, that wasn't Busby's chick. That was that other chick.
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
Look at this shit. Busby, don't even say nothing, nigga. Don't even say nothing. You see what it is.
The woman in the shadowy video. He gives a press conference, 1-800 number, and he claims 2 days after posting that press conference, 2 days, that he has 120 fully vetted plaintiffs. 120. Anybody that does this for real, anyone that knows what they're doing, knows to corroborate, to interrogate, and to be sure about even one person takes weeks. One person. You've got to find out if their story makes sense. Did they really get dropped off? Does any of it check out? Is there corroboration? Are there any witnesses? It takes weeks for one. He had 120 in 2 days.
First of all, Tony Busby narrowed that shit all the way down. He was like, I had thousands called. Basically like 120 made it to that next phase. And then he said it was only like 20 that he was trying to do as of right now. But what does this have to do with anything? All I want to know is, was Jay-Z fucking anybody that night with Diddy? Did he fuck anybody that night with Sean Combs?
When he files these cases, he doesn't even enter his notice of appearance. He just has some other lawyer file them. He holds these press conferences. He says, listen, anybody out there, just call the 1-800 number. If you can put yourself anywhere near a Sean Combs party at any point, we can go after the other celebrities there. We can make money together. Just call the 1-800 number.
What? Come on, nigga.
That's all you need to do. And then we'll send a letter to the celebrity. They're not going to want to have this in the public light. And they're going to be shaken down and they'll send us money. So just call the number. And Mr. Carter said no.
Mr. Carter said no to a mediation.
He said, it's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to put my...
Wait. What the fuck did you just say?
Have this in the public light, and they're going to be shaken down and they'll send us money. So just call the number. And Mr. Carter said no. He said, it's not going to happen anymore.
What do you mean it's not going to happen anymore? How many bitches is Jay paid off? Oh, Jay, you got to fire this lawyer, nigga. Jay, you got to fire this lawyer, nigga. This nigga's trash.
I don't think that my money went the wrong way.
That's a bombshell.
I'm going to put my foot down, and that's what he did. And I would urge any other celebrity that's being shaken down right now to do the same thing and to stand with truth. None of this ever happened. And what this 1-800 lawyer is doing, he's taking the justice away from this. He's destroying this opportunity.
Wait, how's he destroying it? Ain't this how it goes? Somebody accuses you of something, you go to court? Why is Jay-Z any different? That's how everybody else got to deal with this shit.
And the voices of real victims. So, are there any questions? Yes.
Sure. Are there any questions? Nigga, I have a ton.
For the people that are calling your office, I'm assuming if it's not dismissed, like,
and who's in the room? Who is he taking questions from? Who are you taking? Can we see who asking the question?
Scenario, and you guys move forward to try to show that everything you just told us. What evidence are you guys submitting other than the accounts that you?
Yes, exactly. What evidence are you submitting?
Or do any of those people calling you have like emails between them and Busby or text conversations where they're encouraging this stuff?
Yeah. So let me divide that question into two if I can. We expect the case to be dismissed. If it's not, eventually this will all crumble because it can't possibly have happened mathematically. You don't even.
So the answer is you don't have any evidence. Gotcha.
You need witnesses. They don't have any witnesses because this never happened, and you don't need witnesses because the time doesn't work. Just there's literally photographic evidence that proves that this could not have happened. In terms of what's going to happen to Mr. Busby for this racket and everything else going on, time will tell. But this is how things unravel. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who is Lex Intelligence, and has your firm ever hired them in connection with Tony Busby to investigate Tony Busby as he's alleged?
I don't know that firm, don't know those people, and the answer is no.
So this might just be an extension of the first question, but you said that there were people calling saying they were being pressured to say that they were with Mr. Combs. Can you elaborate on that, please? Are they calling you to say if they're being pressured?
Yeah, there was a witness that came forward that contacted my office and submitted an affidavit in court regarding this that accounted for what occurred on that day. which was they called the Busby firm.
You paid somebody to lie. Remember, Busby said he got evidence of y'all offering people $1,000 to lie on him.
Said they had an inquiry. The inquiry had nothing to do with Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter, or any of this. And the people at the Busby firm said, well, why don't we try to push this in the direction of the Combs case? That's a better decision in sum and substance. That's a better way to go here. This individual refused to do that, contacted my office and signed them, and then an affidavit was submitted to court. Yes?
You mentioned the letters that Busby's been sending out to unnamed celebrities in relation to these causeless lawsuits. What were your interactions on behalf of Mr. Carter?
Thank you.
Before he was renamed?
Good question. If you didn't hear her, she's asking basically what interaction did you have to show that they were shaking you down, nigga?
Well, after the letter was received, we obviously knew this was completely false and we weren't going to be shaken down. So the efforts were nothing. So the evidence that he just admitted to that we know is a fact. They sent a demand letter asking for a private mediation. They said no. I know they keep framing this as we said no to a shakedown. The evidence shows there was never a shakedown. And if they were going to try to shake them down for money, they were too stupid to go hear them. But you knew. Y'all know exactly what this is and what this is about. Because there was nothing to discuss in any meaningful way.
Do you know who the Jane Doe is, like her actual identity? Has there been like research into that on your end?
Yeah, because it's a fair question. Because she's been blacked out in the video and because a court has not unmasked her in court, I'm not going to get into her identity.
What kind of shit is that?
So how the fuck do we know that was her on NBC News then, nigga? No, you need to get into it. You've been speaking for her all this time. This whole fucking time you've been sitting there quoting her and everything. Now I don't want to get into her identity and anything. Nigga, NBC did it. And you quoting them. So, nah, nigga, you got to do better.
Notice that I did not get into some of her issues. I don't want to, it's really sad. In many respects, and I don't want to get into that, so I'm not going to unmask her here today.
You wow.
The accuser tried to reach out to Mr. Carter before, or any of this camp, or anyone?
Not to my knowledge. Yes.
Busby indicated that there was a second alleged victim. Has he given any notice that he's pursuing that claim as well?
No, and I would hope not after what's going on here. Yes?
You mentioned in your recent filing on this docket that you were intending to file a motion to dismiss. What's the timeline on that? Are you working on that?
Yeah, so we did file a motion to dismiss the day after this was filed.
Right.
Okay.
The Rule 11 letter, which basically says that a lawyer is not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to not vet a claim and file.
All we want to know is bro, you're bad at this, bro.
False claim in court or needs to come down. The way that works, and it's a little technical, is that the court has to allow you to file faster than you should otherwise be allowed to file. So we are hopeful that the court will respond today and we will file that. If not, there are other things that we're going to do to bring the truth to light.
I don't remember seeing anything about them dismissing the case today. Because had the case been dismissed today, it'd have been breaking news everywhere. Every YouTuber would have been live. Everybody that was talking shit about the video and all this shit and it was over. Here we are Monday. Y'all niggas is quiet now. And they still sitting here trying to pretend this bitch is from this bitch on NBC News is her. And now his lawyer's out here panicking. Jay, this is a whole L, nigga.
Are there any other questions? Yes.
Are there
Tip, what's happening?
Witnesses who will be corroborating Mr. Carter's testimony that he was not there that night? Or is that sort of what you're hinting at, that if necessary, you will provide those people?
Yeah, I mean, it's like asking to corroborate something that never happened. I mean...
Wait, no. He said, see how he lied? This nigga just asked, do Jay-Z have witnesses that could corroborate where he was that night? He said, How we gonna have somebody corroborate something that never happened? What?
There are dozens and dozens of people that are going to say there was no party at the White House, that put all of these celebrities where they're already put in photographs in different places, not at a White House. Remember, according to her, all three of these people, I mean, you all have seen the photographs, I mean, on the internet, and I just showed you some. All three of these people,
I want to see some video though,
would have had to have been at this White House together, alone in a room. Just think about that. Alone in a room with this 13-year-old girl at exactly the time that they're in commercial establishments. So I mean, there's no proof better than time. But of course, there are going to be people that are going to say that they were all out that night and nowhere near a White House, and they went to an after party at a commercial establishment, and this is all fantasy.
If this case is dismissed after that, or you guys have decided definitely to file anything in addition, like a defamation lawsuit?
This issue with a lawyer taking advantage of the situation is going to be dealt with. I can assure you.
Bro, you sound real hard on the phone.
Real hard on the phone, nephew.
And I think sort of stay tuned. I think the first thing today was to make sure that everybody understands. This is not an account of inconsistencies. I wanted everybody to understand that this never happened. This is completely false.
So now everybody all weekend long was saying inconsistencies. Jay-Z lawyer just said this is not about inconsistencies. You can't even make this shit up.
And then we'll move forward from there. Yes.
What is Mr. Carter's account of that night? Does he say he was at multiple locations, just that nightclub, the Lotus nightclub that he was photographed at?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into sort of privileged communications and talk too much about that, but I will say that he was not at any house or any location. They were in New York City. They were at commercial establishments with lots of people around. And this is obviously completely false.
But you can't tell us where the nigga was at. Got you. And you wouldn't lie.
How's Mr. Carter feeling?
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this.
I don't give a fuck if Jay-Z's upset. Fuck you, Jay-Z. Nigga, who are you, nigga? You could be accused just like it. Bro, you know how many, you know how many niggas with no money get accused of some bullshit? You know how many niggas with no money actually do some bullshit? So nigga, like this whole thing where you think you sitting on this perch looking down on us, man. Fuck you. You about to learn you ain't nothing but another nigga, bro. I can't wait.
They would make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset, and he should be upset.
Is your firm investigating Busby, talking to people around him as he's alleged in some of his legal suit, in his suit against Gwen Emanuel?
Yeah, that suit went nowhere, as you saw. And what happens when people bring frivolous cases and run rackets like this is, of course, we're asking questions. I've got people contacting my office telling me chapter and verse about him. So we don't shut off the phone lines. I'm listening because I'm trying to figure out how this is allowed to proceed like this. Yes?
He posted a photo on his Instagram of 3 men at a door of his client, suggesting that investigators came and said that they would pay $1,000 for plaintiffs to file
Great question.
a suit against him. I mean, do you have any connection to those men that he photographed? Do those men have any connection to Gwen Emanuel?
Zero. Okay, I don't know whether it's completely false or not.
No, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Morgan, what's happening?
But zero connection to those people. Have no idea what that is. Don't know whether he made it up out of whole cloth. Don't know if he's trying to distract from what he's under now. But no, there's no truth to that. Anything else?
Sorry. Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything since outlets and internet speculation have tried to affiliate the two of them, he didn't really, in his statement, specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction.
Nigga, he don't know Diddy like that, bro. The fuck is this, man?
What kind of shit is that?
Awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say. Yes.
I don't even know Diddy, bro. I don't even know Diddy. This is where we at now. Jay-Z don't know Diddy. I mean, we just like, oh, shit, we was at the All-Star game together. Nigga, if I was at the All-Star game with somebody, I'm quite certain to be one of my friends. One of my good friends at that.
In the original filing before it was amended, and even after, there's a second, the woman celebrity that even chose in the room. That woman celebrity, whoever that is, has there been any other people that may have been with Mr. Carter or even Puff that night that I reached out to you guys just wanting to know what is happening, just so that they can prepare for kind of even a fight back like Jay-Z is right now?
Well, we know other celebrities have received letters, and
why would they? It's only 3 people involved.
We've spoken to other celebrities that were there that night that say this is what they know about this.
Whoa! You see how he just tried to clean that up? Oh, nigga, he just
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
How they there, nigga, and the house don't exist?
Well, we know other celebrities have received letters, and we've spoken to other celebrities that were there that night.
We spoke to other celebrities that were there that night. That were where? That were where? That were where?
That say this is what they know about this. This makes no sense. Couldn't have happened because they were all at a commercial establishment.
Nigga, how you nigga?
Look, I've never even heard of him.
Fire this nigga, Jay. Jay, fire this nigga immediately. He gotta go. He gotta go.
So I hope that answers your question.
Oh, it did.
Yes.
Was there a specific amount of money or something specific that was demanded of me?
Oh boy, look at this nigga. I knew I shouldn't have called on you, bitch. I knew I shouldn't have called on you. Yes. Great question. What was the amount of money they asked for when he's talking about you not getting one red penny?
Mr. Carter and this demand letter that was sent to you before the complaint was filed?
There isn't a specific number.
We're done here. These niggas make it seem like the bitch sent the ransom note. Jay-Z's lawyer just admitted there was no money asked for.
You can't make this shit up.
That has been demanded.
But did they specifically ask for money?
Great follow-up. Did they specifically fucking amount? Did they because you keep saying that they was trying to extort. Did they specifically ask you for money?
Demand letter, what did...
Yeah, so I've been asked this question before. People like this.
It's a yes or no question. Okay, I've been asked this question before. Right. Nigga, this is a yes or no question. Did they ask for fucking amount? Did they just ask for money? It's a simple yes or no.
But did they specifically ask for money?
Did they specifically ask for money? That is so simple. Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Scott Johnson was happening, cuz. This is a very simple fucking question.
Letter, what did,
Yeah. So you know, I've been
Awake, what's happening?
asked this question before. People
Blessing, what's happening?
like this, they don't send demand letters out to not get money. That's all they want.
That's not the question. The question is, did they specifically ask for money? Because the reason why he won't answer is because they asked for something very specific, and he don't want people to ask him questions about why didn't y'all just meet. They asked for a private mediation, which means that they would have did whatever it takes. They had a private with Celebrity B. That's why I think Celebrity B paid. They had a private mediation. J-Lo couldn't say shit. Allegedly, it's J-Lo. Couldn't say shit. That's why this nigga sitting here showing pictures of J-Lo, sitting here wanting you to think that Celebrity B was definitely one of the top 3 celebrities at the place at the time were there. Oh, bro.
Okay, this is not for truth and justice. This is for money. So the request was to sit down and talk about a way to resolve this matter, and we all know what that means. Yes.
No.
Like this, demanded. You know.
did they specifically ask for money? In the demand letter, what did?
Yeah. So you know, I've been asked this question before. People like this, they don't.
Remember, he says people like this. Didn't he just 5 minutes ago also say that it's sad what all she's going through? And he's been referring to the NBC News thing. And if the NBC News thing is true, like he wants me to believe, when he say people like this, do you mean autistic people?
This the kidnappers again, man.
Man, stop saying that shit over the phone. Damn.
I can't say shit, can I?
Your lawyer sucks, Jay. Fire this nigga. See, I'm not all woke like that, but the masses are. Y'all running down on somebody that's supposed to be autistic is wild.
Send demand letters out to not get money. That's all they want. Okay, this is not for truth and justice. This is for money. So the request was to sit down and talk about a way to resolve this matter, and we all know what that means. Yes.
Do you have any plans to release the demand letter?
Not as I stand here today.
What did you say? What was the question?
And we all know what that means. Yes.
Do you have any plans to release the demand letter?
I don't know if you heard that. She asked, well, do you have any plans of releasing the demand letter?
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Some of these motherfuckers in there ain't believing this shit, bro. They not letting this whole, you sitting there saying they was extorting you for money, but you can't even prove that. You're just saying it. Oh, this is a whole ass L, Jay. You took another L today.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Concerned with making sure that everybody knows this didn't happen. I know there's a lot of questions.
Well, you did a terrible job at that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Lawyer and who's after him and how much wrong has he done and these questions, and I totally understand that and respect those questions, but we'll turn to that later. Anything else?
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
And Jay, just for the record, as far as Puff is concerned, only thing I gotta say to you, follow in accordance to Puff that night is
he was with him.
That's it. Period.
Okay. Thank you all very much for your time.
This is fucking amateur hour, bro. If y'all falling for this shit, man, I can't do nothing but laugh at you, bro. I ain't trying. Look, some of y'all coming in here mad and shit. Understand, I'm not trying to convince you of shit. That's not what I do. I'm just talking out loud, bro. I ain't trying to convince you of shit because you know Jay-Z innocent according to you. So shit, it is. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Now for the rest of us, this shit look bad, bro. Jay, this is bad, bro.